Hello, welcome to Hodgepodge Artists. My name's Angela Marie, and for today's video I thought we would look back at things kind of like where I started from, things I used to do, and then kind of venture into what I'm able to do now with the confidence of practicing. And that's the thing, is you gotta keep trying, learning new things, building confidence. I know for this final project I'm working on, and I had mentioned it before, building the barn for my dad. I've needed a lot of encouragement from my parents, and I do appreciate it because I don't know, I just have a fear of not doing it right. And I think that's legitimate, and I think that's just something that happens to lots of folks. So I was cleaning out and I rummaged through and I found some things. So this is just like loose stuff instead of sketchbook stuff. Before I got into sketchbooking, I would just have loose paper and try different things. This I did a Cricut stencil and painted around it. Let me see if there's a glare. Oh, not too bad. Okay. Okay, so that's one thing I did. And then the same thing for this one, kind of making that background, and then I would paint in between the stencils to kind of make a reverse painting. And then to mess around with backgrounds of watercolor, this is a salt watercolor background, and then I would paint over it. Same thing here. Just kind of, this is awfully dark, but I kind of like how eerie it is. And then this is two different kind of paintings with different color schemes. Just kind of learning to do trees. This was an outline. This is when I started to outline, and colored it in with watercolor. This I freehand out of a picture. I do like how this one turned out. And then, let's see here. And again, just more experimentation. This is some chalk. This was me trying to get like mixed media with just like out of my mind's eye. It's supposed to be like an aerial view. This was trying on canvas paper with oil pastels. These are inks. It's kind of a watercolor thing. I made this recently, just trying to, for an art show, doing shadow and light. And then this is a little bit of a different one of that same. So I think, you know, in the backgrounds and whatnot, I've come a long way from that other one. So there's these. Now these are super old, going back probably a couple years. I used to make master boards and cut them up for junk journaling. So just using stencils and all kinds of acrylic paint. This was me trying to watercolor. Definitely didn't have water control. Yeah. And trying to learn color theory, learning how to use my watercolors. This was a Patreon I did, and it was a lot of fun. Originally it was supposed to be, these supposed to be stars, and it looked more like a snowy night, so I turned the buildings into snow. This one I traced and painted with watercolors. This I traced, I did a lot of tracing, and then coloring. This was with inks. Let's see here. Oh, just a bunch of odds and ends stuff. So again, I was trying to figure out a way that I would like to use those watercolor backgrounds and make stones out of it. And then I painted acrylic paint over it. This was using ink. Just getting to know my ink. This, I don't know what I was doing. Sometimes you just gotta put color to paper. So, but this could be cut up, kind of like a master board for junk journaling. I would learn gradients, teach myself gradients. This one I was trying to learn how to make, like, put down the swatches of, oh, I gotta sneeze. Put down the swatches of color and then build a buildings over it. And then way back when we were learning jelly plating, I would make these backgrounds and collage onto them. This is modeling paste. Let's see, this was a, so this is what I did. I love this color, so I painted a whole, made it hugely wet and used saran wrap to get that detail. And I haven't done anything with that. This, I just wanted to play with color and embossing, embossed images and stamps. This, I wanted to do some mandalas. So it's a watercolor background and a Sharpie. I need to get back into this. I kind of really like this. Just some swatches. This one I never colored in. This was like, I just struggle with flowers, to be honest. So this was my attempt at making flowers way back when. Again, the color harmony, that yellow, I just didn't know how to use. I didn't know how to mix watercolors. Everything was saturated. I don't know what this is. This is where I was trying to learn how to not work so bright and stuff, like kind of desaturate the colors. I actually don't mind this. I think some of the flowers turned out pretty good. Same here with this, kind of doing the same thing, but this is with acrylics versus watercolors. This was trying to use colored pencils to learn how to kind of see what I see and draw. Again, just trying to figure out how to use watercolors in a desaturated way was not, I just, you know, it took me forever to catch on. I love these colors. We just got these neon watercolors, so wanted to try that. So a lot of this stuff is just because I wanted to create and I wanted to do something. And, you know, I'm really kind of showing these to let, you know, whoever out there, you know, I think there's so many wonderful artists that use YouTube to promote their business, to sell their things. But some of us just do it as a hobby. So, you know, I do like to do, I have done some recent putting things in art shows, just because I just want the validation. I'm not getting it very good, so I don't know. You know, it is what it is. Let's see what's in this one. So this is more of jelly. Again, I went from resin, like I was showing earlier if you saw that video, and then into jelly printing. I saw that on Instagram, got into that. So I would make these backgrounds and collage onto them. Just do different stencils. Just enjoying, just did a lot of stencil stuff. Just roughing it up, just learning. You know, just stamps and, you know, I think I didn't have a junk journal like I do now, so I was kind of making my own. This I was just using, oh, well, I had this on the side. This is an embossed stamp that I used, and then I guess I used this side to just play around. This was alcohol markers, and I could tell you this is already faded, but I decided I don't like alcohol markers anymore, so I don't know, I just don't like them. I don't, some of that looks nice, I think, but a lot of it does not. And then I liked how this turned out, put a little saying on it. You know, maybe one of these days I'll frame it. I don't know, just like I said, I think this is before I had an actual, like, the kind of junk journals I've showed in other videos. Let's see here. So this is the same of the reverse thing again. Here I am, again, just trying to practice on flowers. Again, not good art. I'm not at all trying to say this is good art, but I can say that I enjoyed creating this. It was great for my mental health. And, you know, some things are good. This is me. Oh, this is the first time I took a picture off of, you know, like one of those free sources and tried to draw it. And you know, for coming from something like this, which is a stencil and filling in the line, to creating something like this, I mean, this was a huge jump. I could definitely tell a huge jump in my abilities. You know, is this as good as other people's? No. And I'm really struggling with that right now. Like, I love my zooms, but sometimes the stuff people make is so much better than mine. And then here's some more just kind of watercolor stuff I would do, trying to, you know, here I thought this stuff was really awesome, but I mean, looking back at what I can do now, the caliber of it is, oh, and this was kind of like a color study. This was acrylic, gouache, and watercolor, and what a difference the two can make. So anyway, I'm going to insert, because I don't have them, it's upstairs. My dad has actually put it on the wall, even though it's not the right size for what he wants. But just kind of want to show you and demonstrate to you, I made a watercolor using this from a Patreon. And I love how it turned out. You could really see the difference in how I didn't make things so saturated. And just kind of learning the fine-tuning of watercoloring. So I'm going to shut the camera off now and insert some pictures and do a voiceover. And that's this week's video. See you in a bit. Okay, so now I have the ability to freehand reference photos. This is a reference photo of a blue jay, so I did this in watercolor. I like how this turned out. And then this was just out of my imagination, kind of wanting to use gouache there. And then I had my friend went on vacation and sent me a photo reference for this, so I made that out of watercolor. The next set is a color study. So this is acrylic gouache. This is gouache, regular gouache, and then in watercolor, kind of like the same subject, 3 different things. And then I freehanded this. This doesn't look the best, but I do like how the lighthouse turned out. And then this is what I was talking about, the reference of the watercolor and how I've been able to use it better. And then this is kind of the zoom. I can now freehand look at something and freehand it, some birds. And then this is the beginning of the big canvas, 24 by 36. And this is how far I've come on it. Still got a lot of ways to go. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I do like sharing with everyone, so I hope you do too. Thanks. Bye.